Microphone is Dan Lewis in the zone. What's good, people? It's Wednesday night. I am Dan Lewis, and this is On the Bywire. Bywire News bringing you the latest in independent media. Oh my days, I'm feeling good. I'm vibesing. I might have a little bit of a cold coming on, but I'm going to forget that because it's summertime. I'm ready for the summer vibes. Have you been feeling? Oh, wait, no, it's been raining all day. Damn, I really need to get a weather person on this show so you guys are not caught out in the rain again. Because, you know, if this is the only thing you're watching, how are you going to know what the weather is? We'll have a word with the team and we'll get a weather person on next week. Come on. What's good, though, people? How you doing? I hope you had a lovely day. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. We are a day closer to the weekend. What's your vibes? What's good? Tell me what you're up to this weekend. I might come down and party with you. It's meant to be Freedom Day today, right? No. That was Monday, but that got cancelled. Today's meant to be Brexit Day. That's it. It is Brexit Day. Hold on a minute. Have they done that yet? I swear. They called it Independence Day. Like, so people were saying, you know, we became free from the shackles of European bureaucracy. I can't say that word. European bureaucracy. I sound like I'm saying Barocca. European bureaucracy and unelected unofficials. I love that line. These unelected unofficials making decisions. Dominic Cummings. Anyway, but it is June 23rd. And 5 years ago today, 52% of voters in the EU referendum voted to leave the European Union. Wow, there's some mouthfuls of some words there. Blup, blup, blup. Now, since then, there have been rallies, marches, meetings, bills in Parliament, 2 general elections, men with megaphones outside Parliament, and all kinds of other activities to get us to not leave. To not leave or decide who will take us out of the EU. It's a madness. Like, you got people on one side like, don't leave, remain. The people on the other side, we're leaving. And then there's these people in the middle like, who's going to oversee it all? I don't know. Well, like, how about the politician? Oh, wait, no. They were fighting in the it's a mess. But no matter what your decision is or what your view is, we're leaving. Well, actually, I kind of feel like a kid waiting by the door in my parents' friend's house with my coat on and shoes on, ready to leave because 5 years ago my parents said we were leaving, but they're still talking. You know them vibes there? Yeah, real talk, man. It's a mad thing. Like, I get it. Technically, we've left the EU, but they're still negotiating stuff around islands, trade deals, border agreements, and all the other intricacies. Like, they seriously did not plan this out. During the referendum, it was Boris, our current prime minister, who promised us £350 million a week to the NHS. Yet last year, we couldn't get enough masks and aprons. This year, we can't afford a pay rise for our fabulous nurses. As of 7:30 p.m. today, according to the Twitter handle Boris O's, the NHS is owed £88.59 billion. Right, so they've like added up the 350 million every single week that since the referendum or since we left the EU. I haven't checked it, but and it's 88.5. Hey, you could do a couple pay. Oh, I get it. He spent it on his takeaways. That's where the takeaway money has come from. Boris, you clever. You make all. Damn, you get all this guy, you know, this guy, he's so clever. No, he's not. He's dumb, man. Shut up, Dan. Anyway, just open the door and let that sink in, because that's a lot of money. Now, whether you voted remain or leave, you have to admit that this has been the biggest mess around ever, like ever. Oh my lords. Oh, I don't even blaspheme, and I just blasphemed. It doesn't look like it's gonna get better either, right? Let's be straight about it. We've got weird trade deals with Australia where it's like, get these biscuits for 59 pence less, or this trade deal that's gonna save British citizens £1.59 a year. Oh lordy, let me see what I'm gonna spend my £1.59 on. Bruv, Freddos are more expensive. It will be more expensive than that by the time it gets to those trade deals coming into play, especially the time it takes to get trade over from Australia. Suez Canal getting blocked and EU saying, not coming through this way, famalam. And then we got all the beef in the Middle East. How are you going to get stuff from Australia over here? Don't tell me you're going to get it through America, because it's popping off over there too, man. Come on. It's just not working. Now, we could look back all the way to the beginning of this referendum nonsense. Well, the real beginning would be back in the 90s when they started the argument. Actually, when they joined the EU, people didn't even want to join in Anyway, David Cameron called this referendum with no plan for leaving because he didn't even consider it to happen. He just wasn't there. The pig lover then resigned because he knew it was not going to end well. Now, I think Theresa thought that people would forget about it, and Boris was hoping Dominic would just handle it all. Yeah, that went well. Now, we can blame politicians, but blame also lies in the hands of the media, allowing false information to be shared, pushing the lies of politicians, and trying to feed the agendas of the rich. Credit to most of the media for not doing this and allowing politicians to lie to their audiences, but more must be done to hold the liars to account. Like, I think, we are the media, and someone over there is doing something bad that's in the media, then we need to kind of like, yo, fam, this making us look bad. You know what I mean? When you're all on the same team, you do not want to have anyone wearing those same shirts doing bad things. And it's really not good. And we need to hold people to account. As we spoke about yesterday in regards to News of the World and the goings on there around the Daniel Morgan case, most of the media will brush it under the carpet. Now, sometimes when they do try and hold them to account, it is too little, too late. As we saw in just the wake of the Brexit referendum 5 years ago, Mr. Farage did exactly, he said exactly what we all knew.
The £350 million a week we send to the EU, which we will no longer send to the EU, can you guarantee that's going to go to the NHS?
No, I can't, and I would never have made that claim.
17 million people have voted for leave.
Yep.
I don't know how many people voted on the basis of that advert, but that was a huge part of the propaganda. You're now saying that's a mistake.
We have a £10 billion a year, a £34 million a day featherbed. That is going to be free money that we can spend on the NHS, on schools, or whatever it is.
But you're not guaranteeing that that money, as promised, will go to the NHS.
You must understand, I was ostracised by the official Leave campaign and as I've always done, did my own thing.
Do you think there are other things that people will wake up this morning and find out aren't going to happen as a result of voting this way?
Well, I tell you what they will find out, that we're back to being a normal country, in charge of our own laws, and able to start making our own relationships with the rest of the world, maybe even re-engaging with the Commonwealth and the real friends we've got out there.
Donald Trump's flying into Scotland as we speak. Will you be speaking to the Republican nominee? He's obviously, like you.
That's probably the only time I will ever platform that pile of garbage excuse for a charlatan human. Because even there, he's talking about more things. Like, what I don't get with that, the whole thing with Farage being involved is he wasn't even an elected politician. Like, everyone on the Brexit side, right? They were saying on the Leave side, they was like, oh, we're fed up of these unelected bureaucrats telling us what to do. He's not even a bureaucrat. He's an unelected pile of, and he's telling you this, that, making these promises about this money, and then goes on TV and like, I never made no promises. Get out of my face, you little frog face mother. Trying to keep myself calm, get the zen. Okay, now enough of the EU, enough of the referendum, enough of the absolute shower that is this government. Actually, no, because there's probably going to be more of them coming up. But I am here for the independent media. My people, you know what it is. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the love button, all the buttons, and make sure you check out bywire.news. Head on over to our website where we have got the illest, the millest, it's the baddest, the raddest. We got the tune, we got the news, we got the tunes, we got the vibes, we got everything. Don't worry. I was thinking about my radio show then. You can check that out next week. Don't worry about it. I'm coming, B. I'm coming. I got the grant. Anyway, make sure you hit that donate button too. If you are able to, you can become a part of the media. You can own the media. Come on. I'm not talking rich man on an island not paying his taxes. I'm talking people owned, people powered movement kind of things. You get me? Come on, people. Support the media, own the media, and keep me on your airwaves so I can keep bringing you them good news stories. First up now in our independent media partners today is The Ferret. The Scotland-based and fact-fueled organization, these good eggs today have been talking about pupils paying the price. The Scottish Government system for awarding grades to school pupils this year is a less defensible version of the algorithm used last summer, says a leading education academic. it's mad how they play with our kids' education every year. Just no matter what government, they're just doing it. Now, James McKennany takes us through the Scottish government's plans and the impacts it will have on students and the wider education system. In an attempt to use algorithms, this is in basic terms a dishonest way to represent the progression of students' learning and will not help them actually learn. Last year, a similar system had to be abandoned. Will the same happen again this year? Who knows? Over to Sheffield, and it's the squad at Now Then. The magazine for Sheffield are electrifying the scenes. Okay, forgive me for that little intro there, but it's electric vans. Come on! The council are doing a lot across the city to make electric cars more attractive for everyone, from businesses to commuters. Now, looking at Sheffield Council's zero emission vans, they are being offered to businesses in the city with a 30% discount. I think it's a fantastic idea, honestly. Like, you know, when a climate emergency was announced in Parliament 2 years ago, this is just one way the government could have shown they meant business. Put some money out there. Hey, we left the EU. We got that extra money in it. Put it into electric vans. Instead, Boris is talking about a green industrial revolution with no substance, no plans, just words. You'd think he stole the idea from a former opposition cabinet member. Sam Gregory at Now Then has definitely covered the bases and looked at how this project and clean air zones can make a difference for the people of Sheffield. Also looking at other cities and what they've been able to achieve as well. Now, going international with the Canary, Jasmine Norden has been looking at the latest anti-LGBTQI plus law, which bans LGBTQI plus material being shown to school children in Hungary. Campaigners are calling on the EU to take action. Now, this is not the first time that this anti-LGBTQI plus laws have been put forward in the Hungarian parliament. Like, I've just got to say, with this kind of situation, we get it over here in the UK, where people say, "Oh, we don't want kids learning about gay stuff," and like, literally, I'm ad-libbing the words that I hear. We don't want them learning all that stuff, or seeing men dressed as women on our TVs in front of kids. And it's like, hold on a minute, because it sounds reminiscent to, we don't want these black people on our screens. Do you know what I mean? Do you hear it? Like, maybe just me as a person of color, I have a fraternity or some kind of relation in how I feel about the way people are talking. There's a lack of understanding. There is a big lack of understanding. This is not about teaching kids about how gay people have sex. This is not about putting naked trans women or trans men on screens. This is not what you see in the gay clubs or gay bars in the TV programs that you might watch on these small-minded channels. This is talking about teaching people about love. Love is one of the most beautiful things in this world. It is the most beautiful thing in this world. And if you do not love love, then you do not love you. And damn it, that's a real sad state to be in. Because teaching people about LGBTQI plus, all of it, teaching people about just people, that people can love each other no matter their gender, no matter their background, no matter their ability, their ability, whatever it may be. Love is love. And that is why the campaigners over there in Hungary and any campaigners anywhere that are fighting for equality of LGBT rights definitely have the full support of this show, and my full support as well. With rising homophobia across Europe, something must be done to educate and turn the tides. For more info on the groups involved and how you can show support, check out the article in The Canary. And please, solidarity to all LGBTQI plus comrades everywhere. It is time to end all the hate in this world, honestly. Switching it up and flicking it over to our friends at Declassified UK. Mark Curtis is talking military ties with Qatar. Come on, this is gonna get interesting now, right? So when I read this, right, I was like, right, and I always go back to this. I'm that guy in it. I'm my daughter must hate listening to me because when I was a kid, right, but when I was a kid, we were taught fighting is bad, war is bad, weapons are bad. But something I've learned as you get older is that, well, if you have money, nothing is bad and nothing is illegal. Because Britain's Royal Air Force is about to establish a second fighter squadron with Qatar, an authoritarian Gulf state accused of supporting extremist groups across the Middle East, which the UK itself opposes and says promote terrorism. This is a £6 billion deal to be based in Yorkshire, incorporating the sale of 24 Typhoon warplanes. Given Qatar's relationship with many groups that the UK classes terrorist organizations, this is deeply worrying. But the Ministry of Defense have brushed over that detail in the interest of, well, their pockets. Yeah, because, you know, their pockets are important, innit? At least some dollar, you get me? Don't know. And some gas and some oil, you know what it is. When a ceremony was held in London to mark the first joint squadron in July 2018, the Ministry of Defense stated that Qatar and the UK share mutual interests in countering violent extremism and ensuring stability in the Middle East. Okay, yeah, right, yeah, Head over to Declassified for the full story. And if you're not angry, you're clearly not reading the same article, fam. Come on. Like, this be making you angry, yo. Now, keeping it UK, it is free speech time. Yeah, man. All about the free speech. Don't know. Byline Times are in the house. And Sean Norris is reporting... Black, Asian, and ethnic minority academics and university staff are increasingly encountering a cancel culture when discussing race, as the usual free speech advocates stay silent. Here we go. Come on. I really enjoyed this piece. Like, really, I did. But I won't spoil it for you. But what I do find is it's hilarious that the state we're in, culture wars, and the defining of what racism means. You know, you can't be racist. You are racist. But who defines it? Who's defining what all of these things are? Now, look, Piers Morgan, the man who had a meltdown on national TV over a sausage roll, walked off set because a co-host challenged him. Not even a co-host, the weather guy. Big up the weather guy. I've forgotten his name, but big up my man, yeah? But because the weatherman challenged him on his deep-seated views on Meghan Markle. Man's got some background there, you know? But then the RP's army, they're all crying on Twitter that he was cancelled. He was cancelled. No, he wasn't, blood. Now, Wiley, you know, would you call it garage? Would you call it two-step wearing my Rolex? Ooh, no, that was Skepta. Oh, funny. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Wiley, a young black man, lost his temper and said some terrible things. He apologized for it and went on to learn about the language he used and tried to have conversations about his experiences, but also educate himself. Now, he's not allowed on Facebook or Twitter. The guy's probably not even going to get a set on TV ever again. He's actually been cancelled. There's the difference, Piers, Wiley. I hope you gave back that MBE, Wiley, anyway, because them man will do nothing to raise our people up when the empire they used to give honors in the name of is the same that slaved our ancestors. Come on. Now, bun the monarchy, bun the empire. Cancel me. Come cancel me, fam. Hey, Michael, don't cancel me. Yeah, that's my boss, innit? Michael, don't cancel me, bro. Please, I need this. Real talk, though. No rich white people with massive social media followings and spaces in national newspapers or on national TV programs are getting cancelled. They're just saying things that a lot of people disagree with. And their entitled asses can't handle the thought that they might be wrong. Who knew? Meanwhile, anything that threatens their way of life or thinking, they will do all they can in their power to shut it down. That reminds me of another song, but I'm not going to get into it because I'm probably going to get some copyright laws or something. Now, big up Sean and the team at Byline Times. Definitely check that one out. Now, finally, over at Open Democracy. These guys, it's the breaking news. Imagine Hancock's GP data grab is not about saving lives. What? Caroline Malloy has been exposing the data grab being overseen by Matt Hancock, Mr. Useless himself. Ooh, this is a tasty one. Like, honestly, Matt Hancock in charge of your data. What is the world coming to? Please believe I had to read this one and share it. Fair enough. This article came out just a day ago, but the health secretary says his plans will put us in control of our health and data and suggests no one but our clinicians will see it. But he's either lying or dreaming. Like, man must be dreaming. Mr. Useless himself. There's a 91-page document that the government have produced on data strategy in the NHS, and only one paragraph, 91 pages and one paragraph, one paragraph on what is happening with the GP data grab that has had its opt-in process extended because of the great work of campaigners. Big up you, man, doing that thing. Right now, listen, data. Your information, right? Everything about you is, I keep knocking this. I need to move this today. We're going to put this over here, yeah? Right? Everything about you, the information you hold, your name, your email, your passwords, the prescriptions, that's your data. The stuff the doctor holds on a computer about you, that is your data. You own it. Anytime a company enters some information onto one of their systems or writes it down on one of their forms, that is your data. You own it. And under EU law, under British law, under international law, it's yours. There is nothing more to it. So people, please be conscious of your data. Stop giving it away to companies. This is why we're back to Brexit. Damn it, Dan, we weren't going to talk about Brexit again. But listen, right? This is how Cambridge Analytica did so well. This is how, if you don't know about Cambridge Analytica, I'm pretty sure Byline Times, Open Democracy, a lot of our partners did bits about it. But they basically made little games on Facebook where you'd go, oh, I'm like this famous politician or something like that. And you'd share it with your friends. And then it would get access to your friends lists. It would get access to your interests, your likes. When you give this information away, you are giving away, basically, it's financial. Not only can they make money out of it, but they can predict stuff about you. That's how these apps work so well. Now, it's okay to give some of these companies your data because they have privacy rules and policies in there. Read them. I know it takes a while, but you probably spend, I don't know, maybe 20 to 50 minutes a day playing games that give you nothing out of your lives, right? I do it. That's why I'm saying it, because I do it myself. So instead of doing that, just take those 20 minutes out of your day and read the data policies. Read them and find out what they're doing. If they're using it to make sure that the information on your newsfeed is relevant to the stuff that you're into, that's okay. And that's your decision whether you want that. But when it comes to them giving that information to third parties who you don't know who they might be, because for all you know, they might be a company involved with the likes of Dominic Cummings, or it could be, in this case, it's the government trying to sell your data to other companies that want to sell you medical stuff that you don't need. Who knows what is going to happen with this data? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please be conscious about your data and do not let this government take your medical data and make money out of it. And who knows what else they could do. As ever, Open Democracy really go into detail, looking at the who, the what, the why, the where, the when, and everything else you need to know about the big data grab on the NHS, or the GP data grab that Matt Hancock is overseeing. Don't forget, it is looking likely that Dido might be the chief or the CEO of the NHS soon. We do not need that to happen. We need to be even more careful if that happens, because Dido is not a friend of ours. Trust me, daddy. Anyway, oh my days. Listen, guys, I have had a lot of fun today running through today's independent media news with you. And you're going to have to excuse me because the hay fever and the weather has hit me hard. So I just needed to clear my throat a little. But I am not going to clear the decks. I'm not going to clear the halls, because we got another show coming up for you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We do have a special guest with us, and we will be running through this week's media, and we'll be giving you a little flavor of what's to come in next week. I know, don't be too sad. I give you that 4-day week vibes, but on the weekend, make sure you're getting out there and you're supporting the People's Assembly? Have you got your train tickets booked? Have you booked a coach? Have you booked a car? I don't know what it is you need to book, but get yourself down 12 p.m. 12 midday. Is that p.m.? Yeah, 12 p.m. midday outside the BBC studios. Is it Portland Place? Get there, support the thing, let the government know we need a new future. Come on now. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the follow button, make sure you hit all of the buttons, the subscribe button. Check out bywire.news, check out all of our partners today. And if you really can, help us control the media. Be a part of it. Make sure that people who are telling you the truth and not trying to tell you their own agenda are out there doing the best they can. Support independent media, people. Peace, love, you know what it is. I'm Dan Lewis. I'll see you at 9 p.m. tomorrow.